Hello fellow YouTubers, this is YouTube Moses here for another one of my critiquing videos. And if any of you that haven't watched my first one, or even any of my previous critique videos, wondering why there aren't any Robot Chicken clips or ratings for any of them, then you're so going to be lost. So this one is going to be a bit different, because I'm going to review a older foreign film known as The 400 Blows. The 400 Blows revolves around a youth child named Antoine Donnell, who is a troublesome kid committing some acts of criminally things such as stealing stuff, skipping school, and defacing school property, and lying to a lot of people that would get him into a lot of trouble. And we also see the dire consequences that follows these actions in the deepest way. The 400 Blows is a great insight in the life of an adolescent, and we get to watch his journey to delinquency. And a bit of trivia, the title 400 Blows is actually a French dialect for the term raising hell. And you'll have to pardon me for how I pronounce some of the names of the French actors, but Jean-Pierre Leoudou, who played Antoine, I thought he gave a quiet yet captivating performance in his character, and at some parts we feel bad for him, but others we feel that he got what he rightfully deserved. And his parents were great because they kept on switching roles through most parts of the film, where one of them is playing the caring and responsible parent who is looking out for Antoine's best interests, while the other one is almost the complete opposite of it, up until they both stop caring and realize that Antoine has no future. I really liked the teacher in this, who's Petit Fier, played by Guy Decamble, because he's this stern, forceful man who treats his students equally to adults, where he just treats them like dumb punks and doesn't really like being around them because of how destructive and rude they are in his class.
Comme elle me pressait sur ses petits genoux et me baisait. Tiens, l'imbécile qui a sifflé. Ah, je vous préviens, je vais être injuste. Si le coupable ne se dénonce pas, c'est le voisin qui prendra, n'est-ce pas, Simoneau?
Mais je vous jure, monsieur!
Oh!
C'est pas moi, monsieur!
Des lâches, en plus. Ah, quelle année, quelle classe! Ah, j'en ai connu des crétins. Mais au moins, ils étaient discrets. Ils se cachaient. Ils restaient dans leur coin. Et vous? Vous pensez avoir effacé? Non, vous avez sali, mon ami. Allez à votre place copier la récitation. Tant pis pour vous, vos parents paieront. Ah, elle va être un peu belle, la France, dans 10 ans.
There should be teachers like those at elementary and high schools so that students would behave better. Anyways, this is based on director Francois Truffaut's own afflicted childhood, where he's giving more of a demonstration of his life rather than trying to revolve the movie around one specific story in particular. I like how he lets the camera just film most of the time on Antoine, giving us that feeling and letting us reflect our lives with his, or comparing it to somebody else's, and see how much more different it would be in a different time or place. But the reason why Antoine keeps acting up like this isn't because of his parents' neglect or his influence of friends, but because he chose to be a criminal by his own will. The film is done in a documentary sort of style, based on the cinematographer's intention and the locations. It was filmed in France, Paris, and also that scene where Antoine is being interviewed by a psychiatrist, and he confesses his life story about how his mother wanted to abort him and how he keeps on jumping from places to live, from his grandmother's to a witness and finally to his birth parents. And I don't mean to spoil anything, but the last scene in the movie where Antoine finally escapes from the observation center and he just keeps on running, I thought, even though that was inevitable for him, I thought it meant something strong, where he was leaving a huge burden behind at that center that was his old life, and he kept on running, hoping that he would be able to make a better life for his own, hoping that he would change and never have to return back there again, hoping that he would never have to face his parents again, and show them that he is capable to reform and become anew. Or it might mean that he's just trying to escape from reality for a moment, like everyone else that's at the observation center for the youth, and just wants to be able to have a bit of freedom for himself until he has to return, and keeps on repeating that cycle up to the point where he just gives up and accepts his fate as it is. Either way, that was one of my favorite scenes in the movie. So overall, The 400 Blows is an excellent film to watch and gives a great insight to the adolescent's life, just like I said before. Even though a lot of people may not like this for what it is, that is a black and white old foreign film, it has a great quality value to the story, and I just like how it was executed at the end. So, if you like these subtle drama movies or these independent, harsh reality films, then The 400 Blows is for you. So, that's all for my critiquing. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Utah Moses, signing out.